Okay, let's dive right in. I want you to picture this. It's the third of the month, right? You've just poured that first cup of coffee, you're all set to get things rolling, and then, ping, you get a message, and it's from your top sales rep. And boom, just like that, your stomach just drops. You know the feeling. It's that one little sentence, that one little question that can just completely throw off your whole day. Or, your week, sometimes even the entire start of your month.
And immediately, the scramble is on. You're opening up that massive commission spreadsheet, then you're pulling up the CRM, then you're flipping back to the spreadsheet again. And instead of thinking about the month ahead, focusing on strategy, you're stuck. You're stuck playing detective, digging through numbers, just trying to figure out what went wrong so you can explain the payouts.
So if this sounds familiar, it's so easy to start wondering, is it me? Am I just bad with numbers? Did I miss something? Did I make some simple dumb mistake? Is there something I'm just not getting here?
Okay, let me be super clear about this. No, it's not you. The problem isn't that you're bad with numbers. The real problem is that the whole manual process, the one most teams are stuck with, it's just fragile by design. I mean, think about it. It's built on this shaky foundation of manual data exports in these complicated formulas that are just, they're just waiting for one tiny little thing to go wrong.
So how does a system that seems fine just suddenly fall apart? Well, it happens in a million little ways, right? Like a deal gets updated in the CRM after you've already pulled the data for the month. Or maybe a rep has an amazing week and jumps into a new commission tier, but your formula, it doesn't catch it. Or, hey, a new discount field gets added that you didn't even know about. And of course, the classic one, a single cell reference in one of your formulas just breaks.
The thing is, these issues, they're not random. They actually tend to fall into a few really predictable patterns. So let's break down the 3 most common culprits, the ones that are probably hiding in your spreadsheet right now.
We're going to talk about what I call the missed deal, the wrong tier, and that classic mix-up, gross versus net. Seriously, just knowing what to look for is half the battle.
All right, first up, the missed deal. Oh man, this one is so common, it hurts. You know the scenario. It's the end of the month. A big deal closes late, like 9 p.m. on the 31st. But you pulled your report that afternoon. And just like that deal, which might be your top rep's biggest sale of the quarter, it's just gone. It never even made it into the calculation.
Okay, mistake number 2, the wrong tier. So your whole comp plan is set up to reward awesome performance, right? Reps hit a certain number, they get a higher commission rate. But if your spreadsheet formula isn't smart enough to keep up, a rep can blow past that quota mid-month and their payout doesn't even notice. So instead of getting rewarded for crushing it, they get underpaid. And that's not just a math error, my friend. That is an absolute motivation killer.
And the third big one, the gross versus net problem. You know this one. Is commission paid on the full deal amount, or is it based on the number after discounts? If that's not crystal clear, and more importantly automated, then you get this huge gap between what the rep expects and what they actually get. And that just leads to friction and really tough conversations. Okay, so we've nailed down the common mistakes. But what's the real cost here? Because it's tempting to think, oh, it's just a few hours of my time. But the actual impact, well, it goes way, way deeper than that. Think about this. Most managers say they spend somewhere between 10 and 15 hours every single month just fighting with these spreadsheets, checking, fixing, rechecking. That's almost 2 full workdays, gone, every month. But here's the twist. As bad as that is, those lost hours, they're not even the real cost. The true cost is hidden, and it's hitting you where it really hurts, in your team's culture and its performance. The real cost has a name. It's trust erosion. Think about it. When your team is constantly having to ask, hey, can you just double check this? Or, I think something's missing here. It completely changes the dynamic. Every paycheck becomes a potential argument. And you stop being a coach, you stop being a leader, and you become a defender of spreadsheets. And that leads right into the second hidden cost, which is a killer, a total slowdown in momentum. Salespeople thrive on progress, right? They need to see the scoreboard. If they don't have that clear, real-time view of what they're earning, that fire, that urgency, it just starts to fade. And when urgency drops, well, you know what happens to the deal count.
So here's the big takeaway. The goal shouldn't be to just get faster at fixing mistakes. That's a losing game. The real goal is to stop them from ever happening in the first place. You don't need a fancier spreadsheet with more formulas. You need a completely different system.
I mean, just look at the difference here. When you put manual spreadsheets side by side with an automated system, it's not even a fair fight. With manual, you're spending hours every month. Automated, it runs in real time. Accuracy with a spreadsheet kind of depends on formulas, and let's be honest, a little bit of luck. Automated systems are just consistent and reliable. And the big ones, trust and motivation? With spreadsheets, you're dealing with constant questions and doubt. With a real system, everything is clear, it's predictable, and it actually drives your team forward.
So what's the solution? Well, at its core, it's actually pretty simple. You have to stop exporting data, period. Your commission rules need to be connected directly to the one source of truth you have, your CRM's live data. That way, the math happens automatically in the background the second a deal gets updated.
And when you make that switch, all those problems we talked about earlier, they just vanish. No more missed deals because the system is always on, always watching. No more broken formulas because it's a purpose-built tool. No more guessing. You just get clear, accurate numbers that your team can finally trust.
And that really brings us to the most important point of all. This whole thing, it's not just about getting the calculations right. It's about building a system of trust. It's about building confidence that lets your team stop worrying about their paycheck and start focusing on what they do best, selling.
You know, this quote really sums it up perfectly. Fixing commission errors isn't about being more careful. It's about using a system that's not designed to break.
So I want to leave you with one final question to think about for your own team. Just take a hard look at your current process and ask yourself this: is our commission system actually building trust, or is it quietly breaking it, one spreadsheet at a time?